Hello everyone and happy 4th of July. We are 4th of July 1986 for Game 75 of the Mets replay. This is the second of a 4-game series against the Houston Astros and the second of an 11-game home stand for the Mets. Yesterday's game, the Astros beat the Mets 7-2 and major changes in the Mets lineup for the game today, but let's have a look at the lineup for the Houston Astros. Batting first, Bill Doran, second base. Batting second, Ty Gainey, center field. Batting third, Dennis Walling, third base. Batting fourth, cleanup, Glenn Davis, first base. Batting fifth, Kevin Bass, right field. Batting sixth, Jose Cruz, left field. Batting seventh, Craig Reynolds, the shortstop. Batting eighth, John Mizarok, the catcher, and Nolan Ryan is on the plate, on the mound for the Astros. Dwight Gooden is pitching for the Mets, and his current record, played 16 games. He's got a 6-6 win-loss record and an ERA of 2.38. Quickly running through the Mets. Batting first at centre field, Lenny Dykstra. Batting second at second base, Wally Backman. Batting third at first base, Keith Hernandez. Batting fourth, right fielder Darryl Strawberry. Batting fifth, the catcher Gary Carter. He played first base yesterday. Batting sixth, Danny Heap, left field. Batting seventh, Howard Johnson, third base. Eight, Rafael Santana, the shortstop, and the doc is pitching. So the warm-ups have taken place and we're ready for the first pitch. So Gooden to Doran. Well, pitch, it doesn't matter, there's nobody on base, so we'll pitch that again. 6-2. Possible strikeout 10, and Shea is a +1 on strikeouts, +2 on walks. So against a right-handed batter, it's not a strikeout. Bill Doran 1-1, and he gets a single out to left field. Danny Heap, let's see if he's going to try and steal. He's got an attempt of 6, one extra 1-7. It's a 9, so he's going to hit and run. Straight away, hit and run coming up. So Ty Gainey on the hit and run. 6-3 off the batter. 5-3. Grounds out to the third baseman. So now what happens is double plays, you get reduced by 2. So 0 minus 1, it's not going to be a double play. Base runner gets a +2. So he's going to get a 4-6. So he's going to make, and we're just going to have a 5-3 Gainey out at first base. Howard Johnson over to Keith Hernandez. Dennis Walling. (3-4). He's a lefty, so a possible strikeout for, and he struck him out. First strikeout for Gooden, 2 outs. Glenn Davis. 2-3. Has he hit the batter? Is the question. 8. So -1 +10. He's hit the batter, so Gooden hits. Glenn Davis, and that puts men on first and second. Kevin Bass batting fifth, 3-5. Possible strikeout, and he strikes him out to end the first innings. So 2 left on base, no runs scored, and as we go to the bottom of the first, the game is tied. Nolan Ryan facing Dykstra, Backman, and Hernandez. Here comes the pitch, 5-4. He's against a lefty, so it's going to be a walk plus, and that means a 16. It's not going to walk, so Dykstra grounds out to Denny Walling, who throws the ball over to first baseman Glenn Davis for a 5-3 out. Wally Backman comes to the plate. 1-6 K plus. Going to strike him out with that unless he's a right-handed pitcher, and he is. So it's not a strikeout. So not a walk, not a strikeout. Good start here, 1-5. But he does ground the ball to Bill Doran at second, and second ground play of the game and of the inning, Keith Hernandez. 2-6, another strike plus, and he strikes him out this time. So 3 up, 3 down. And as we go to the top of the second, the game is all tied at no score. Dwight Gooden. Coming up, we have Craig Reynolds, John Miserok, and Nolan Ryan. Here comes the pitch. Possible walk, and he's walked him. So first walk of the game. Is Reynolds going to try and steal? Let's have a look. Attempt 1, stolen base 1, 17. So we're going to have no play there. Just a normal play. Gooden pitches. He's a lefty, so he could strike him out. 13, he doesn't. 3-3, grounded out to the shortstop. Is there a double play? 4-3. So let's have a C. A 5, so it's not a double play. And Cruz will be out on a fielder's choice. 5-4. And up. Have I got a batter missing somewhere? Where's Mr. Cruz? Ooh, this is not good, is it? Lost a batter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is not good, is it? Is he in here for some reason? Well, that's odd. Surely I've not put him in the mess. Oh, there's an odd thing. I've lost a batter. Ah, there he is. So Cruz, Meserok. So it's Meserok is at the plate. Sorry about that for the confusion. 1-4 is the ballpark. 6-5. So it's a pulled home run. He's a lefty, so to pull it he will be pulling it to right fielder. So let's have a look. Home run. Let's see what we do on this one. I'm not seeing this very often. H run. Possible home run, batter, pull fielder, right to left. Left to right, roll D20 versus the home batter. So it's just the batter. So it's a 4. And a home run against the right pitcher is a 5. So he's going to go back to the track, and it's out of here. First run of the game. Home run. Not for Darryl Strawberry, of course. I'm having a nightmare with this game, aren't I? And he's going to bring in Craig Reynolds. So 2 runs. John Meserock with a home run in the second. Nolan Ryle comes to the plate. 3-2. It could be an error on a throw. And 1-1 is going to be unassisted third. Yep. So he's not going to get a throw. And that will end the innings, but not before 2 runs come across the plate. And as we go to the bottom of the second, the Astros have a 2-run lead over the Mets. So Nolan is going to pitch to Strawberry, Carter, and Heap. So the pitch, 5-4. He's a lefty, so it's a walk plus, which will make him a 24. So he's going to walk Strawberry. Let's have a look. Strawberry's got a 6. So it's up to 9. So a 10 he's going to be hit and run. Gary Carter going to be part of the hit and run. 1-3. He's going to try and walk him as well. Against a right-handed pitcher would be 19. It is, so he's going to take a second walk. 2 walks in a row. Brings up Danny Heap. A possible error on a throw. 1-6. He's going to fly out to right. Advancing second base. Can he get home to home? Second to home is a +1. So the base runner is a 4. And the arm is a +1, is a 5. And he's going to get home. Oh. And Gary Carter is going to go to third. First to third is a +2. And Carter is a 2. That's a 4. And right fielder's arm is a 1. So that's a 5. So Carter will stop at second. So Heap drives in Strawberry, and Howard Johnson comes to the plate. He's a switch hitter, so he'll bat left. And he flies out to right. So we add 1 to come home. So that'll be a 3 plus a 1 is a 4. And he'll drive in Gary Carter to tie the score. Up comes Rafael Santana. 3-5. Range play at the ballpark. 1-6. He's going to ground out to the second baseman. So range of the second baseman is a 2. And he's going to get past him, so it's going to be a base hit. And that could mean it's a double, is it? 3? No, just a single. So a base hit for Santana, gets himself on base. And he doesn't never tries to steal. So Dwight Gooden comes up 4-4. He is a right-hander, so is he going to walk him? He's not. And he's going to ground out back to Nolan Ryan, who will toss the ball over to Greg Davis. And at the end of 2, the game is all tied at 2. Coming up, top of the order for Houston, Bill Doran, Ty Gainey, and Denny Walling. So here we are, Doc Gooden, all tied at 2. Gooden pitches. He's a switch hitter, so a bat left, who could strike him out, but he doesn't. Bill Doran, 5-2, and he flies out to Darryl Strawberry. Out in right field, easy catch for the first out. Gooden to Gainey, here comes the pitch. 2-1. Struck him out. Third strikeout there for Ty Gainey, trying to channel a bit of Kirk Berglund there with my struck him out. Denny Walling, 2-6. Another possible strikeout, but that's not going to be a strike. So 1-4 is going to ground out to the second baseman, Wally Backman, and 3 up, 3 down ends the top of the third. Coming up to bat at the bottom, top of the order, Dykstra, Backman, and Hernandez. So here comes Dykstra, 0 for 1. 3-5 is a range play at the ballpark. 3-2 is a question mark 9. And that is a 12, which is a home run, so there is no error. Back to the wall and out of the park. Home run for Lenny Dykstra. And that is, I think, Lenny Dykstra. His second home run of the season. And the Mets take the lead. Wally Backman. Nolan Ryan pitches. And grounds the ball to second base. Bill Doran fires it like a bullet to Glenn Davis. And that is the first out of the third inning. Keith Hernandez, 5-1. Has he hit him? 4-3-7. He has. So the reciprocal hit by pitch. I'm sure that wasn't intentional. Now Ryan gives the nod to Hernandez. Will Hernandez steal is the question. He can only hit and run. He's not, but he could pick him off here. So a pick-off chance. Ryan does not pick off, so no. He's got no pick-off rating. Got a bit excited there. I thought we were going to see something different. A possible grounder error. Not on a fly out to the left field. And that catch is easily taken by Jose Cruz. And it brings up Darryl Strawberry. Walked in. That was Darryl Strawberry. Gary Carter. 6-3. Possible strikeout 17. He's a right-handed pitcher, strikes him out for his second strikeout. Ends the third inning, but not before a home run by Lenny Dykstra. Gives the Mets the lead. And as we go to the top of the fourth, the Mets lead the Astros by 3 runs to 2. Glenn Davis, Kevin Bass and Jose Cruz coming up to face Dwight Gooden. Possible strikeout 8. Not today. 5-6 question mark 8 12, and he is a right-handed batter, so it's going to be a triple. So Glenn Davis comes up with a triple. To get things started, Kevin Bass. Gooden pitches. It's range play at the ballpark. 6-6 Starline 3 is going to be a grounder to first. First baseman is Hernandez. Is not going to make a mistake, so it's 3 unassisted. Yeah, let's have a look. We've got a man on third. He's unassisted. He ain't going to go anywhere. Jose Cruz. Gun winds up and pitches. Didn't do the roll. Ooh, pick off. 4, Gooden. He's going to pick him off, so he picks off. 1-5. So he picks the man off third base. And we have 2 outs. Well, there's something that I've not seen before. Third base being picked off. Jose Cruz. 4-5, his possible strike is a 6, and he strikes him out. 4th strikeout ends the inning. But the highlight of that inning surely was the pickoff by Gooden of Glenn Davis at third base. As we go to the bottom of the 4th, Nolan Ryan will face Danny Heap, Howard Johnson and Rafael Santana. 2-6 is a K plus 16. He's going to strike him out. Gets his 3rd strikeout of the game for Nolan Ryan. Howard Johnson at the plate. Here comes the pitch for 3. Johnson's a switch, so he's going to bat left. 4-5 Starline 3 is a ground out to the first baseman, and Walling will flip the ball over to Nolan Ryan, who's covering the base for the second out of the inning. Rafael Santana. 2-5. Question marks. 16 against a righty is going to be nothing. 1-5, and it flies out, and in left field is Jose Cruz to collect, and at the end of 4, the Astros 2 and the Mets 3. So coming up, Craig Reynolds, John Meserock. Tell me I've lost Craig Reynolds now. Oh, Dwight Gooden keeps stealing them off the top of the pile. Craig Reynolds, John Meserock and Nolan Ryan. So here comes Gooden pitching. 3-6 is going to be a range play. 4-3 is going to be a single out past third baseman, unless the third baseman can make the play, and his range is a 2, and he does make the play. A great catch by Nolan Ryan for a line drive to third baseman, collected by Howard Johnson. John Meserock. He is 1-for-1 with a home run. Gave him the early lead. 6-2, possible strikeout 15 now. 6-4, and he grounds out to the first baseman, and that will be an unassisted by Keith Hernandez. What I do there is I roll the blue dice, and if it's a 5 or a 6, then it's a 3-1. Otherwise, it's unassisted. That's the only reason I'm doing that. Nolan Ryan, that should be the red dice. 5-5. Possible error on a grounder. 2-6, and he's going to ground out to the first baseman. And to the pitcher, and his error rate is 0, so it's going to be Gooden over to Hernandez to end the top of the 5th. And we go to the bottom with the Mets leading 3-2. Coming up, Gooden, Dykstra, and Batman. So Nolan Ryan to his counterpart, Gooden, 3-1. It's a wild pitch, so it doesn't make a difference. Ball 1. 1-4, another wild pitch. Ball 2. 1-6, strikeout. Struck him out. Gets his 4th strikeout of the game. I've never had 2 wild pitches in a row, so there was another first. Nolan Ryan to Lenny Dykstra. 1-for-1 with a home run. So 1-2. Possible strikeout 19. I doubt that much. 4-4. And he gets a single out to left field. Gets himself on base. He is an attempt of 5. So up to 8. It's a 6, so he's going to try and steal. So let's have a look. 16, 17. The catcher is a 1, so 1-18, and he makes it. And Dykstra steals the base. Moves himself to second. And up comes Wally Backman. 3-3. Possible error on a grounder. 6-2. Starline 1 grounded out to second baseman, and the second baseman. Let's see if they can get a double play against the second base. Ground outs. Man on second, runner advances. It's hit to second base anyway, so it's not going to get anywhere. So he's going to stay. So was there an error? Which is the interesting point. The second baseman's error rating is a 6, and there wasn't. So 4-3. Dykstra stays at second, and up comes Keith Hernandez. Keith Hernandez. 3-3. Possible error on the grounder. There's a lot of error possibilities going on here. 3-1 is going to be a single, so there's no error. So a single past the second baseman. Runner advancements. Single past the second baseman. If he is 2-6, then he'll get to third. He'll get home, actually, won't he? S4, 2-6. He gets home, and he's going to score Lenny Dykstra. So Keith Hernandez brings another run in for the Mets. Darryl Strawberry, 4-2 now the lead. Darryl Strawberry, 1-2. Possible strikes him out. Darryl Strawberry missed a strikeout himself. And that will end the inning. But again, another run comes in. And after 5, the Mets lead the Astros by 4-2. So Doc Gooden against Bill Doran. Doc can pitch to 31 batters, so he's fine at the moment. He's only pitched to 18. And I do believe he pitched all the way through in this game. So top of the order, Bill Doran, Ty Gainey, and Denny Walling. Bill Doran, 2-3. Has he hit him? 18, he's not. Bill Doran, 3-3. Deep ball to centre field, but waiting is Lenny Dykstra to take that catch. Ty Gainey, 0 for 2 with a strikeout, 6-5. Does he walk him? He does, so gets on base at last. And that will be the second walk. Is he going to try and steal? 5, 6, 6, 8. He's going to be hit and run. So Walling with a hit and run. (6-5). He's going to walk him as well. 11. He's a right-handed pitcher, so no, he's not going to walk him. 3-5. 3-5 is a Starline 1 grounded out to the shortstop. So here we go. The grounded into double play goes down by 2. So that's a 0, a -1, so it's not a double play. 3, the base runner goes up by 2. So he's going to go up to 6. So he's going to make it, and it's going to be a 6-3 ground out on the hit and run. And up comes Glenn Davis. 1-6. Strikes him out. So the 5th strikeout for the Doc. And as we go to the bottom of the 6th, the Mets leading the Astros by 4 runs to 2. Now, Ryan can pitch to 24, 9, 18, 19, 20, 20. So he's pitched to 22 already. 2 more and he becomes tired. Gary Carter, 4-6. Strikeout possibility, 10. No. 4-6. But he does ground out to Walling at third base, and Gary Carter is retired. Danny Heap, 0 for 2. He does have an RBI. 3-6. And he hits the ball deep to centre. Going back to the track is Ty Gainey, and he catches the ball. Needed an extra shredded wheat there for his breakfast to get that one over the wall. Howard Johnson, 0 for 2 with a RBI. 1-1 possible error on a throw. 5-6, and he line drives that out to the shortstop, Craig Reynolds, who takes the catch and retires the side. 3 up, 3 down as we go to the top of the 7. So Dwight Gooden will pitch to Kevin Bass, Jose Cruz, and Craig Reynolds. Here comes the pitch, and has he walked him? He has. He's walked Kevin Bass. That will be his 3rd walk of the game. Let's have a look. 2-7-9. There's still a strategy roll. So it's going to be another hit and run. Jose Cruz. 5-5. Error on a grounder. Possible. 2-5. And he flies out to right. So on a fly out to right, we look at the base runner's rating. He's at 2nd. He's a 4, and so he'll get over to 3rd. Chance to bring this score down to 1 run. Craig Reynolds, 0 for 1 with a fielder's choice. He's got a run. 6-4. Possible walk, 8 on Reynolds. No, only adds 1, so that would be a 7. 6-3, and he singles out to the centre fielder. and that will bring in Kevin Bass for the run. 1 out, and the score is now 4-3. John Meserock. 2-3. Oh, he's hit the batter. So he puts Meserock on. That's the third batter hit, and umpire comes out and warns Gooden, warns both benches. Next one, he'll be gone. And Nolan Ryan is going to come out of the game. We're looking for a pinch hitter. Ashby Meadows Gardner. So Louis Meadows is going to come in to pinch hit. So Dwight Gooden to Meadows. Possible strikeout 8. No, he doesn't strike him out. The guy only had 6 at-bats in the whole season. 6-6, star line 3. Grounded out to first. So double play here is a -1. Can't be a double play. Lead runner on second is a 3. And it was hit to first. So when it's hit to first, he only advanced to third base. But what about this guy? So, not 1. And the pivot man is going to be for first base, the shortstop, and the shortstop's pivot is a 0. So he will get to second, and it will just be a unassisted 3 for the second out of the game. Men on second and third. Bill Doran, top of the order, coming up. Can he get this run in? Tie the game. Oops, no, it's 6-1. Range play at the ballpark. 3-6. Oh, rare play with runners on base. So let's have a look at the rare player chart. 5-3. Slow roller to third base who possibly bobbles, then possibly throws wild to first. Resolved by rolling error on the third baseman. And the third baseman was 2 error chances. He is 20. So it's going to be an error. So it's going to be an E5. Now then. Error check on third base. It's just a 1 base error, but that will bring in the tying run, and it'll be unearned. So in comes Craig Reynolds to tie the game on an error. By Howard Johnson. And up comes Ty Gainey. Strikeout possible, and yeah, strikes him out. So the 6th strikeout ends the inning, but 2 runs come over. One of them from an error by Howard Johnson, and the game is tied at 4. So Rafael Santana is not going to pitch. We need a new pitcher, and that pitcher has to be Larry Anderson. So Larry Anderson's going to come in. That's going to be the end. So 6 innings for Nolan Ryan. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits, 1 home run, 4 runs, all of them earned. He struck out 5 and he walked 2. So Anderson is going to come in, but where is he going to come in? So let's have a look at Meadows. What positions can he play? He can play right field. So he's going to come out. So Meadows will come out and we will put Anderson in that place. So Larry Anderson. So he's had his warm-up pitchers is Santana, Gooden and Dykstra at the plate. 2-1 wild pitch, so ball 1. When it flies out to right field. Underneath that is Kevin Bass, and he takes the catch easily. Dwight Gooden. Is he going to walk him? He is. So Gooden gets walked. He never attempts, but he could. They could try hit and run. No. He's a bunt 5. 16 would have been a bunt. It's an 11. So Anderson pitches to Dykstra. 2-5. Possible strikeout. 15. No. Dykstra 1-6, and he flies out to left field. High fly ball. And Jose Cruz underneath it. Shades his eyes. Takes the catch. Wally Backman, 2 out. Bottom of the 7th, 1-4. Goes to Backman's card, 2-1, and he grounds out to third to the shortstop. Ball picked up by Craig Reynolds and nonchalantly tossed over to Glenn Davis to end the 7th inning. And after 7, the game is tied at 4. So Doc Gooden coming up against Walling, Glenn Davis and Kevin Bass. Here comes the pitch, 5-4. Is he going to walk him? No, he's not. 5-3. It's going to be a single out to right field. So let's have a think. There's no score, so there's still no difference, so there's still a strategy roll. He can only hit and run. And he is going to hit and run. Actually, it's a 1, so it would be a stolen base attempt, but he can't. He doesn't do them. So, Glenn Davis, man on first, no outs, 2-3. And this could be the end of Gooden hit by pitch. And the umpire steps out, and Gooden is thrown out of the game. The third player hit, and I've never had to do that either. So Gooden is tossed from the game. We're in the 8th inning. They're going to bring in Jesse Orozco. So Dwight Gooden pitches 6.1 innings. I'm not going to bring Jesse Orozco in. He's got a long way to go. 6 innings plus 2 batters he actually pitched. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits, 1 home run, 4 runs, 3 earned. Walked 3, struck out 6 before being tossed. For his 3rd hit by pitch. So we need a bit of a longer reliever than Roger McDowell is going to come in to pitch. We're getting everything in this game. So he's going to come out. McDowell is going to pitch. That's one in. To Kevin Bass. Man, 1st and 2nd, 2-2. Strikeout possibility 4. He struck him out. 1st strikeout for McDowell. Coming up to the plate, Jose Cruz. 5-1, possible error on a ground out. 3-2 is a doubled out to the right field, and that is going to score 1. And can he score from first base on a double? Double to right, first from home. Is a -1. Is there 2 outs? There's only 1 out. Double to third is a... First to third would be a +2. Let's have a look what he's got. So his runner rating is a 2. That would be a -1 with an arm of the right fielder of 0. But if I go the other way, he brings a 4. He's just going to try and get to third, and he does. So over to third goes Glenn Davis, Jose Cruz. And Craig Reynolds comes to the plate. "3-6. Is he going to walk him? No, he's not. Craig Reynolds 4-5 is a grounder to the second baseman. So can we get the lead runner at home on a ground out? Pitcher and catcher are in. There would have been double play depth, so halfway. No change to the batter rating, which is a 2. Range rating of fielder -1, which is the second baseman. So he's a 3 now, so that's a 5. So anything less than a 5 and he makes and he gets home. So they went for the play at the plate on the fielder's choice, and the runner gets home. And the lead goes back to Houston. John Miserak, 1 out. Strikeout possibility strikes him out. So the pitcher is up, and they're going to bring in, there's 2 outs, but they're going to bring in Alan Ashby to pinch hit. (5-2). Possible error. 3-2. Starline 4 is a ground out to the second baseman. Second baseman is Wally Backman, and an 8, and it's a 15, so it's going to be a 4-3 to end the inning. But there is a run that comes across. And just like that, as we go to the top of the, we'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Larry Anderson has to come out. And Dave Smith is going to come in. So Larry Anderson pitched 1 inning. No hits, no home runs, no runs, no earned runs. Walked 1. So where is Smith going to fit in this? Well, he's going to fit where he is, isn't he? He's going to go here. So here we go as we come into the bottom of the 8th. Keith Hernandez, Darryl Strawberry, and Gary Carter. 5-6 range play at the ballpark. 5-5 is going to be a fly out to the left field, and the left fielder is Jose Cruz. He's got a range of 4, and he misses it, so it's going to go over his glove off the wall, and a single for Keith Hernandez. He can hit and run, but it's not going to be able to get anything unless it's a 1, and it isn't. So up comes Darryl Strawberry. 6-4, wild pitch. So this now has significance. 9, it is a wild pitch, so Hernandez will move to second on the wild pitch. And it's ball 1. 2-1 question marks. He is a left-handed batter, so it's going to be the star line. Star line 4 is a ground out to third. Can we get a double play off this? Runner advances on a pitch to first and second, and it isn't. Runners advance on a ball hit to the shortstop or pitcher, which it isn't. Advance only on rolls of 6 if it's hit to third base. So he's got to hit a 6, and he isn't, so he's going to stay where he is. And so 5-3, first out of the inning, and up comes Gary Carter. 0 for 2 with a walk and a run. Let's not roll that. Let's roll that. 6-2, possible error. 2-6, flies out to left field, and in left field, Jose Cruz, and he easily gets that. No error. So man on second, on the fly out to left, we'll hold, and up comes Danny Heap, 2 out. Could they do with one of his home runs? 4-3. He is a left-hander, so it's a possible strikeout, and it is. So that inning comes to an end. And after 8, we're going to the top of the 9th with the score the Mets 4 and the Astros 5. So Roger McDowell coming in. I seem to have lost another batter. Doran, Gainey, Davis. Where has Wallen gone? Oh, what's going on with this today? They're all over the place, these batters. Very disturbing when these things happen. Don't know how he got into that lot, but he did. So Walling will be the third batter. So here we go then. Top of the 9th. Score is 5-4. We have the top of the order, Doran, Gainey and Walling up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's only got 2 batters he can face before he's tired. So here comes Roger McDowell. 2-2 with a strikeout. 16. Not going to be a strikeout. Bill Doran 4-5. He's going to fly out to left field. And Danny Heat makes the catch. Ty Gainey 6-6 off the batter. 5-5, he gets a single. And that's going to be all she wrote for Roger McDowell. And Jesse Orozco comes in. So McDowell pitching 1.1 innings, 2 hits, 1 run. It wasn't earned. No walks and 2 strikes. So Jesse Orozco warmed up and ready to go with Danny Walling at the plate. 5-5. He's a lefty, K+. 11 struck him out. And Glenn Davis 6-6, possible strikeout. 10, no. 6-6, star line 3, and he flies the ball out deep into centre field, and Lenny Dykstra goes back and takes the catch. And that is the end of the 8th inning. So Dennis Smith, who can pitch to 4 batters, and he has pitched to 4 batters. So Smith is going to come out. 1 inning pitched, 1 hit, no runs, no balls, 1 strikeout. So who's going to come in to close this off? see who we've got. Charlie Kerfield. He's going to come in. And he's going to pitch to Rafael Santana, Roger McDowell. I doubt he'll stay on, and Lenny Dykstra. So here comes the pitch from Kerfield. Strikeout possible 10, no. Santana, can he get on pace? 4-2. Starline 1, he grounds out to the third baseman. Unassisted. And a second, that's wrong. That should be Howard Johnson. Let's go back and do that again. So, pitching to Howard Johnson, Charlie Kerfield. Let's use the right dice as well. Making the right dog's breakfast of this. 2-1. Can he walk him? 8. He does walk him. Howard Johnson gets on base. He's going to try and steal, and it's a 20 plus the pivot man, plus the catcher, who's the one. It's going to be an automatic stolen base, so he takes the base. Rafael Santana. So Santana is going to bunt. I'm going to try and bunt him over. Charlie Kerfield, 3-3 is a ballpark. 3-1. Oh, an S plus 9. But I think that doesn't count because I went for a bunt. That could have been a disastrous one. It would have been a single. S plus 9, anything but a K. So the bunt is going to go to the pitcher. Roll D6 there, roll a D20, and the result of the bunt, he's a 4 bunt. 15 on a 4. Fouled out, redo, so he fouls him out. Ball, strike 1. Santana shapes to bunt again, 5-6, strikeout possible. 16. He doesn't strike him out, so therefore it's a bunt. And this time the bunt goes to the pitcher again. $18 this time. Great bunt, everyone is safe, and it's a single, so he gets the sack bunt down and gets Howard Johnson over to third, and out comes Orozco, and Mookie Wilson is going to come in. To pinch hit. Man on first and third, no outs. 2-4, we're at the ballpark. 2-4 and S plus 7, so it's out to the left fielder 4, and it's a double, and that is going to score Howard Johnson, Rafael Santana, and where did I say it went to? 2-4. On a D7, there is nobody out. So first to home is going to be a -1. So his running is a 3, becomes a 2. The left fielder is a 1, becomes a 3, so he needs a 3 to score and finish the game, and he doesn't make it, so men on the corner, but no outs. Lenny Dykstra coming to the plate. Men on second and third, no outs, just need one base hit. Score tied, bottom of the ninth. 3-4. Comes off Dykstra's card, 3-1. Flies out to left field with a man on third. We can look for a sacrifice, and his sacrifice rating is a 1, and it's a 2, so it's not a sacrifice. If failed sacrifice, then use the throw chart. So we're going to go to the throw chart, and it is base runner is a 3, outfielder is a 1, so a 1 to 4 brings him home, and he brings him home. And the Mets win the game by 6 runs to 5. Well, I hope you enjoyed that game, guys. Win will go to Jesse Orozco. The loss will go to Charlie Kerfield. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. It was a lot of things happened in that game. So hope to see you again when I do my next game. Until then, thank you and goodbye.